And I would just say these are things that believers have to get down as anchor points in our lives. These are things that we can't waver on. That. What I mean waver, I don't mean that you're wondering more about them, or when things are hard, you want to look more into them. I don't mean that. I mean, have these as anchor points that you believe right now that you can say these things are true. Let me just rattle them off real quick. God is an invisible, personal, living, and active spirit was the first one. Secondly, metaphysically, God is self-existent, eternal, and unchanging. Third, intellectually, God is omniscient, faithful, and wise. Fourth, ethically, God is holy, righteous, and loving. Fifth, emotionally, God detests evil. He's long-suffering and he's compassionate. And lastly, relationally, God is a transcendent being. These are anchor points for me to know what are my biblical expectations of God. Jimmy, I can expect God to be knowable. I can expect God to be always loving. God does not use sarcasm to hurt me when I'm struggling. He doesn't do that. When I'm wondering if he's able to be accessed, yes, I don't need to be in the tabernacle or a specific mountain. I just have to enter into an idea of worshiping in spirit and the truth of these are true statements that I'm saying. I believe these to be true statements that I'm saying. So when we talk about worshiping him in spirit and in truth, it means that I'm ignoring the physical realm and entering into true statements. These are truth claims that I'm making as anchor points that I have to have down. And a lot of the times that believers are unable to get all of what I'm saying now after a tragedy comes. It's kind of like trying to deploy the airbag after the accident has already taken place. It's like there's a timing issue for discipleship. And I urge people to, one of the things I like to do is get a dry erase marker and use your bathroom mirror. That's a wonderful medium because dry erase markers are really, really cheap and you look at your mirror all the time. And so when you're brushing your teeth or whatever, what's one attribute I'm going to focus on God today? Just put the word knowable. Think about that. Hebrews 11:6. He's knowable. What does that mean? And this is the cost of discipleship for us. I want the Lord to infuse the way I think and the way that I act so I'm ready for that day when I'm suffering and I can't think as clearly. Because when you're grieving, it's not the time for discipleship. God can teach us so much through suffering, but we have to have these things down as soon as we are saved, really.
Just sitting here thinking about everything you've been saying, and it really is hard to get past the physical, and see that. I mean, because that's what's caused whatever we're going through is something physical.
Yes,
and that's all we see. And man, it's just got my mind spinning right now thinking about this. If you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button, and check out the full episode by clicking the link below.